going to review The Empire Strikes Back from 1980. It was just yesterday I went to the cinema to watch it for the 40th anniversary, and it was really great going back to actually see it in the cinema. Last time I watched it at the cinema I was about 10-year-old watching it with my dad, so really nostalgic. I've seen it loads of times since, but it's great to see it in the cinema. Unfortunately there was some twat snoring behind us, so that kind of spoilt the experience a little bit.
You should have bloody bollocked them buggers that was snoring behind you. Useless buggers.
The film stars Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, loads of others, and a couple of gear robots. The film cost $33 million to make in 1980, and that might not seem much, but in 1980 that was a fortune. But it made $547 million back, and it's still making money, so good investment. Star Wars in 1977 was a massive success, so the audience had to wait 3 years for the next part, and they'll not have expected how good this film would be. They probably thought it's just a part 2, it'll be good but not as good as the first one. That usually happens, but they must have been blown away when they saw this film. It's an outstanding film. It's either The Empire Strikes Back or Jaws that's my favourite film of all time, and it's a tie at the moment. I can never decide which one I prefer best. The reason why this film's so good, I think, is because of the cast and the characters. You really love every character in the film. They're really good, miles better than these prequels and modern sequels that they've done these days.
It's better than bloody prequels. They're a load of bloody shit.
In the film, Darth Vader's obsessed in trying to find Luke Skywalker, and you don't find out until later the reason why he's after him so much. Obviously this film review will have spoilers, but I think most people already know that Darth Vader's Luke's father, and it must have been a heck of a shock for audiences in 1980 when that famous scene was on.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
No.
I was amazed at the time, and I was only 10. Another excellent thing about this film is the music, especially the Empire theme. It's excellent. Also in the film, Darth Vader, he's so evil in this film. And another interesting thing is everyone's like terrified of him. The people who are working for the Empire, they're like shitting themselves because he's like killing folk if they do a mistake just by his hand and choking them from a distance. Really effective. Makes them so scary.
That Darth Vader was a right bloody twat. I've met bloody worse though. I remember them twats in that village I used to live in.
They really did up the stakes with this film. Like, everything's better than the previous film. The effects are better. There's some excellent model work. It looks so better than CGI, and it doesn't date as fast either. Like the CGI from the 90s, it looks sort of like poor standard now, but this model work, it looks excellent. I love the asteroid scene. That's like jaw-dropping, that, how they did that in 1980. Some of the film sets are excellent as well. Yoda's planet. It almost looks like outside, like genuine. But I was surprised when I found out it was a set. Yoda looks excellent as well. He's so much better when he's sort of like a puppet. Because for some reason he's got like more character when you compare him to the CGI Yoda in the 90s films. He looks way better and like more personality, more lovable, and he's just like funnier. I think it's because like you know, he's like a puppet, but he's great in this film. There's loads of funny bits in the film as well. There's very good humour. C-3PO, he's really good in it. And R2-D2. Han Solo's got some funny lines. Right from the beginning, you know this film's going to be great, with the battle on the ice planet with the AT-AT walkers. They look excellent. And there's like... the ships are trying to get between the legs and tie them up so they fall over. It's all really impressive. I like the romance in the film as well between Han Solo and Princess Leia. It's really good. They seem to have loads of chemistry between them. And I love the bit where Harrison Ford's as Han Solo, he's going to get frozen, carbonized, and there's that scene where Princess Leia comes out with I love you, and Han Solo says I know. It's like really good. It's very sad. A great thing about this film's the training Yoda gives Luke, and you know there's going to be a great battle between him and Darth Vader, and the audience are waiting for this. Reminds me a bit of the Rocky films, where Rocky's he's going to have a fight and he gets trained and you're all excited waiting for the big fight at the end of the film, and the Empire Strikes Back's a bit similar actually, because you know Luke's going to battle Darth Vader and the audience are all excited waiting for it. It also has a downbeat ending. Luke gets his hand cut off by Darth Vader. The rebels have to flee from the Empire still. Everyone's split up. It's like really really downbeat. Also in 1980 the audience, after the film ended, they had 3 years to wait to find out how the story was going to finish. And it was different in the 1980s, because not many folk would have tapes and stuff to watch. They just have to wait 3 years to find out what happens. So they must have come out the cinema all shaken, because it was such a brilliant experience, brilliant film. There's some excellent lighting as well. The duel between Darth Vader and Luke, it's like really dark and gloomy, and really clever lighting how it's done. Vader in the shadows and Luke's brightly lit at times. It really shows good and evil, really good. So, what would I give this film out of 10? Actually, it gets a special rating, this one. This and Jaws, I'd give it 11 out of 10. Yay! 11! So, Bones, what would you give it out of 10?
It gets top marks off me. Better than that last bugger they made. Rise of Skywalker my fucking ass.
Okay, bye!